So today we will see CT10 delta testing using double M4100. In this part, we will see its definition, the basic concepts, phasor representation, CT and its construction, and at last, internal connection of CT.
10 delta testing. 10 delta testing on any electrical equipment is to measure the degree of deterioration of insulation. Thus, it checks the dielectric strength of insulation. Its result reveals how contaminated or damaged the insulation has become. 10 delta testing is a very effective testing because it's an AC testing. It applies voltage up to 10 kV to identify the healthiness of the equipment. 10 delta is also known by dissipation factor or the loss factor. Moreover, it is defined as the ratio of resistive to capacitive current. Thus, it can be expressed as 10 del equals to IR by IC. This we will try to understand with the help of electrical equivalent circuit and phasor diagram. Now, let us try to understand the basic concept of 10 delta. Whenever insulation is connected across the current carrying conductor and earth, then at one side of the insulation will be at higher potential and other side of the insulation will be at lower or ground potential. In such cases, insulation will act as a dielectric and forms the capacitor as per its definition. This capacitor can be expressed as C equals to epsilon A by D, where epsilon is the permittivity of dielectric, A is the area of the plate, and D is the distance between the two plates separated by a dielectric. First, let us consider ideal insulating material. In ideal insulating material, the electric current passing through the insulator will have only capacitive component and there will be no resistive component of the current flowing through line to earth, as in ideal insulator there is 0% impurity. In pure capacitor, the capacitive current leads the applied voltage by 90 degree as shown in the figure on the right hand side, and the ideal value of 10 delta will be 0. But practically no insulating material are 100% pure. There will be always some kind of impurity in an insulating material. Also, aging of insulator, the impurity like dust and moisture enter into it. These impurities provides a conductive part to the current, resulting that the leakage current flowing from line to earth through an insulator will have a resistive component along with the capacitive component, which is shown on the right side of the figure here. Whereas in ideal condition we have seen that it presents only capacitive component and no resistive component were present over there. Now let us try to understand it with the help of phasor representation. In the previous slide we have seen the equivalent circuit and based on that we have drawn the phasor representation. As we know that it will have the capacitive current which will lead my applied voltage by an angle of 90 degree shown on the right side of the figure. Moreover, it will also have the resistive component, means the resistive current will be in phase with my applied voltage. Due to the presence of resistive current, my total current, instead of being in phase with the capacitive current, will lag it by an angle of del. This delta or del is nothing but the tan delta angle, also called the loss factor or the dissipation factor. From this figure, we can say that tan delta is nothing but opposite upon adjacent, where opposite is IR here and adjacent is IC here. So tan delta is nothing but tan delta equals to IR by IC. From this, we can conclude that in order for tan delta should be as low as possible. Means the tan delta value for a good insulator is very low and the tan delta value for a deteriorated or contaminated insulator is high. Now, before understanding tan delta of current transformer, it is very important for us to understand what current transformer is, why it is used, its function, construction, and then tan delta in current transformer. For that, you must first of all understand that the level of current in transmission or generating system are in hundreds of ampere, and no any indicating or analog instrument have that much of capability to measure such high level of current. For that, we require some instrument or equipment to reduce such high value of current to a low rating of current, which can be further fed to these equipments. And this purpose is fulfilled by current transformer. Current transformer is nothing but an instrument transformer which transforms high value or high rating of primary current to a low rating of secondary current. And this secondary current is further fed to measuring instruments, meters, relays, and other similar apparatus. The CT in any transmission system used is multi-core multi-ratio CT. Why multi-core CTs are used? First, to measure the current, and second, to provide protection to our system. If multi-core CT is not provided, then two different CTs, one for measuring, another for protection purpose, would have to be provided, which will be costly and will require space for erection. So, in order to avoid this thing, the capability of two CT is provided in a single CT by making it multi-core. And multiple core CTs are provided with multiple ratio so that in case in future if the demand increases, then the same CT can be used for a higher capacity and thus making it cost effective. Its functions are as below: measuring current transformers and protective current transformer. Both these function is being provided by multi-core and multi-ratio CT. CT in 66 kV and 132 kV are 3 core and 2 multiple turn CTs with first core as metering or measuring core and the rest of the core for primary and backup protection. In the same way, for 220 or 400 class kV CT, there are 5 core and 3 multiple turn ratio CT as with first core as metering or measuring and the rest of the core for primary and backup protections. Now comes the construction of CT. There are two types of CT, dead tank and the live tank. In dead tank CT, the primary conductor as shown on the right side of the figure have a hairpin type structure. See, these have a hairpin type structure, so it's also called a hairpin type CT. Now you are required to understand two things. First of all, that the core and the secondary terminal box are at the bottom of the CT. And second thing is that the primary current at the two ends of the cities are same. For the simplicity purpose, here only single city is been shown. If you will see on the right side of the figure, you will see the actual cross section of the city. Here, three core city is been shown in the figure, as one is used for metering and the other two are used for protection. Which are fed to the relays. Now here a 66 kV dead tank city is being shown. Here you can see that the bottom part is heavier compared to the top part. Now comes the another type of city, which is the live tank city. Now as shown on the right side of the figure, the core is on the top of the city. So it's also called the top core type city. Again, you are required to understand some few things over here, that the primary current at this end and the primary current at this end will be same. After this core, the secondary current will flow in this direction and you will find over here a lower rating current in the secondary terminal box. Now the pictorial representation of a live tank city is shown on the left side of the figure, which can be easily understood. The heavier or the bulkier part is at the top and the lighter or the smaller part is at the bottom, which is the secondary terminal box. Here 132 kV class live tank city is shown in the figure. Now we will see 10 delta internal connection. Here basically we will see two things: how 10 delta point is provided and how capacitance are formed. You must remember, if you understand these two things, 10 delta testing becomes very easy. Here conductor is shown at the center. In a city, two insulating materials are used. First one is the insulation that is provided over the conductor. Layers of insulations are provided over the conductors as shown in the figure on the left hand side. And second insulating material is the oil. All the cities are the oil filled cities used as a secondary insulating material. Insulations are nothing but dielectrics, and dielectric work as capacitors. Means we will have two capacitance that will be forming. First one is the main capacitance that will form over here, where the main insulation is provided. The more the layers of insulation, the more are the capacitance that will be forming. And second one is the when oil is provided, means between the insulation and porcelain. So it will be forming a series parallel combination of capacitors. You must understand that the capacitance that it will be forming will be of very less value, in the range of picofarad. Means that the current flowing through this is also very less, in the range of picoampere. Okay, and the value of capacitance near to the conductor will be of higher value. Which one? This one, the round I am showing by rounding it. This capacitance will be higher as it is closer to the conductor, so the leakage current, which is in pico picoampere will be higher compared to the current flowing over here. You must understand that this capacitance, this one, this capacitance is formed as oil acts as a dielectric and the charge is present over here and the lower potential is over here. Because of this, capacitance is formed. In the same way, the conductor over here is at higher potential and the insulation provided over it will be at this end will be at lower potential. So the capacitance will be formed over here, giving you a series parallel combination of capacitance. Now, in order to measure this capacitance, what we are doing, they are providing with a tapping. A tapping is provided, shown here. This is the tapping that is being provided over the insulation so that this can be measured. The tapping is being taken out from the secondary terminal box, and this tapping point is nothing but the tan delta point from where the tan delta as well as the capacitance will be measured. Moreover, this tan delta point is grounded. Okay. So before performing tan delta, the tan delta point have to be ungrounded. Means we have to open the tan delta point. And the porcelain is always permanently grounded. Means the core is always permanently grounded at zero potential. A more symmetric diagram is shown at the center of the diagram. Here, as the layer of insulation is provided, capacitance are formed. Here the conductor will be at higher potential, and as tapping is being taken and which is grounded, the at one end of the insulation will be at lower potential. And as the many of layers are provided, the capacitance will be formed in series. So there will be a series combination of capacitance over here. Now you must understand that the tapping that is provided over here will only and only measure the capacitance between the main insulation. Means it will not measure the insulation that is being provided by the oil. Means this, it will not measure this. So to measure this capacitance between the insulation and porcelain, some other arrangement have to be done. So what we will do, we will discuss that later on. So for that, before that, you should understand two main things: how tan delta point is being provided and how capacitance are formed. Now again, we will discuss and we will try to remember the two main points. First, there are two capacitance that are formed, that is capacitance formed due to main insulation shown at the center of the image. This, let us say it as C1 be the equivalent capacitance of the main insulation, and the second capacitance that was formed due to the presence of insulating material oil. This, let us say as C2. Any name can be given. For understanding purpose, let us say as C2, the equivalent capacitance due to oil. And now if we want to show this C1 and this C2 in the form of equivalent circuit, that can be shown in this way, shown on the right side of the image C1, the 10 delta cap electrode point which is shown here, and then C2. Now as the porcelain is connected to ground, it is always shown as the ground equipment. So now referring to the rightmost side of the figure, this thing, we can say that if we require to measure 10 delta and capacitance in any city, then we will require an equipment or an instrument that should be connected at 3 points of the city, where the first one, that it should be connected to the conductor, this point, where conductor is nothing but the primary conductor of a city. The second point will be at the tapping that is being provided in the secondary terminal box, which is nothing but the 10 delta point. And the third point that we require to connect in the city is the ground, where the city is being grounded or being earthed. So any equipment that we will use to measure 10 delta and capacitance in city, we will connect that equipment at these 3 points.